Hi everybody. Just want to say I'm sorry I don't have any new commercial uploads, but public service announcement here. I am going to have a whole bunch coming up in the next few weeks. I have a lot of film that's out in a production company being restored and colorized, and if you're an AMC fan or a Nash or Rambler, you're going to be really excited, and if you're an early 1960s Buick person too, there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be coming up. But since I have nothing to do today, I figured I'd just make a video of this car. This is a car I purchased a year ago at a Mecum Auction, and it's kind of unique, so why don't you all take a look at this. This is a 1974 Chrysler Newport Custom. So if you folks know anything, or I'm sure a lot of Mopar people know that in the Chrysler world there were 5 different brands of cars. Chrysler was the upper medium price car, with DeSoto being in the middle and Dodge in the low end of the medium field. Plymouth at the bottom, Imperial at the top. And in 1961 the DeSoto disappeared, partly because of the popularity of the new Chrysler Newport that came out in 1961. Newport basically stole the market that DeSoto had been operating in. Now DeSoto was always based on a Chrysler, but it had styling differences, usually front grille, taillights, things like this. So if you look at this 74 Newport, if you look at any Newport from the 1960s, for the most part, it has different rear end styling than a Chrysler New Yorker or a Chrysler 300. So this is a 2-year body style only for taillights for the Chrysler Newport. I think it's pretty unique. I like the back of this car. I always have, ever since I was a kid. The front styling is a little bit different than the Chrysler as well. It's almost got a little bit of a Lincoln Continental look in terms of the way the body color comes in and the bar comes across and sweeps down underneath. So this is different than what a New Yorker's grille would look like. But what makes this car special is that it's the color. We got the white vinyl roof and the red body and the black and red interior, and it's in really beautiful shape. And if you look here, brochure, those are all the available colors that you had in 1974 for a Chrysler. And there is no red on there. This is a special order car. I believe it's probably one of just one ever made. Now I've seen a couple of Imperials that were this color red before. I think Frank Sinatra owned one, and also Broderick Crawford. But they were fully loaded Imperial 2-door hardtops with moon roofs and everything. This is the Newport. This is a low-level car, so to see one in this color, a custom order, is odd. Here you can see we have filler panels that are gray. So if you saw a taxi cab or a police car from Mopar in the 70s, they would be painted in different color schemes, special order color schemes. So Chrysler would have a gray vinyl insert that would fit in, because obviously if it was a custom color, they wouldn't have the pre-manufactured vinyl in that color. So that's a clue that this is an original paint job, that you got those gray filler panels. But then the real giveaway is right there. If you can read that, special handling, and right here, code 999, 999, that's the color code section of the plate. And 999 just means in the Chrysler world, custom order paint job. So theoretically, a customer could have ordered this car this way. Probably not likely. More than likely it was a Chrysler executive. I worked in the zone office for a factory-owned Chrysler Dodge dealership in 1977 through 1980, and the zone office of executives would order cars in very strange color combinations, and it was partly because it was a status symbol. The weirder they could get in terms of options, the more power they felt they had, or level of importance. So what's bizarre about this car is that if you come and take a look at it, we don't have power seats. We don't have power windows. But we got power locks. That's just weird. While at the same time, we've got the highest level air conditioning system and the local and distance stereo system. So the combinations of features that are on this car are just kind of weird. I can't say this for certain, but it's probably just a one of one Chrysler Newport custom out there. You're probably not going to find another one like it. And I just really feel lucky that I got this car. Bought it at a Mecum auction a year ago, and I've already driven it 2,000 or 3,000 miles. I drove it from St. Louis up to Maine, and from Maine I've driven it down here to Virginia, where I'm relocating, and then I've been driving it around too, just for fun. So it all original, nothing's ever been changed, and it's got about 80,000 miles on it too. That's the other thing that's nice about the car. It's in such beautiful shape. Just equal time here for the other side of the car. Some of the molding's a little bit messed up here, but I'm leaving it the way it is. Oh, we're not supposed to see that car back there. Well, you all have a good day, and again, I'm going to have more film coming up probably in about 4 weeks. AMC, Nash, Buick films, a couple of 1968 Chevrolet commercials, as well as some other Chrysler commercials. So something to look forward to. You all take care.